I want to start investing in real estate, but I'm not really sure how. I want to learn about real estate, but that costs money. What's going on, everybody? My name is Andrew, and today I want to talk to you guys about the 3 best real estate side hustles that you can do, and these will both teach you about real estate as well as make you money in the process. Once again, I do want to remind everyone that if you are interested in real estate investing, we're currently hosting our free in-person monthly networking events through the Property Hustlers. Check out our Facebook group for more details about that. But now let's talk about the 3 best real estate side hustles. The first thing we're going to talk about today is leasing, otherwise known as tenant placement. So this is actually a very good service to provide to landlords, and it also pays rather well. If you're a leasing agent and you successfully find a tenant for a landlord, the going rate is roughly 1 month's rent. You can give discounts from that depending on the service you provide, or if you're adding extra value-add services such as photography, videography, whatever it may be, you can mark those things up. Now, as an individual performing the service, there's a lot of great things you can learn through doing this kind of work. One, you'll be able to see a lot of other apartments that will teach you a lot about what other people offer as product. And as somebody who's looking at investing and you want to maybe become a landlord, it'll show you what other people are renting out. 2, it'll give you a head start on getting a lot of experience meeting people productively, such as tenants who are applying, what type of people they are, demographics, things to ask for, and all these questions. And you can practice tenant placement in various different markets, whether you're doing single family, multi-residential, or even student rental. It can be a lucrative business. I know that when we were doing student rental, we were renting out 7 rooms at a time, and if you're familiar with student housing, they are actually renting at a premium. So if you're renting out a house for $3,500, you can find 7 students who want to take that house and charge $3,500 for that tenant placement. Now you might be thinking, aren't landlords and property managers wanting to do some of that work themselves? And a lot of landlords do their own tenant placement. However, there are those who are not able to find time to do it themselves. How do you find those clients, and how do you offer your service to them? One of the easiest ways to do it is to find rental properties that are available, and you can call the landlords or the property managers who are providing that property for rent. And what you do is you ask them if you can see the property. If they are not readily available, maybe they could use some help with their service, and you can be that solution. However you want to go about checking it out, look into it, because leasing is definitely a lucrative side hustle. The second great side hustle I want to talk about is wholesaling. Now, wholesaling is a little bit more involved, and it's something in between what a realtor might do and what an investor might do, which is all about finding deals. If you don't know what wholesaling is or want to know more about it in detail, we're going to leave a link to one of our other videos explaining it. But in a nutshell, wholesalers basically find properties at a good deal, and they sell that contract, the right of purchase or sale, to whoever it is that wants to take over this project. Because it is a little bit risky, and it does require a little bit of capital for you to be able to show seriousness. But if you are somebody who is able to find and secure good deals, you will have a lot of success being able to sign it to somebody who is investing and wanting to do the project. The only thing about this that is tricky, it comes with a degree of risk, being that if you are sure that you're going to assign your name to this contract and you're hoping you can assign it to somebody else, you better be sure about it, otherwise you may be tied to the strings that come along with that contract. But if you are successful, I've seen wholesalers make anywhere from $20,000 all the way to $50,000 assigning something like this. So definitely something worth looking into. If you want to know more about it, make sure to come to one of our monthly networking events, or message us if you have any questions about it, as we are soon offering courses on how to do leasing, wholesaling, and various other real estate hustles. Now, the third and final thing I want to bring up for a really great real estate side hustle is property management. Now, this is actually something that I think a lot of people don't really look at when the times are good, and realtors will often look at this when times are hard and there's not as many real estate transactions. But it is actually a very powerful and good, stable side hustle. Let me explain why. Property management is a catalyst business. Everything has to go through the property management company or the property manager in order for things to operate, whether it's maintenance, leasing, realtors needing to attend the property and visit, inspectors, even you're connecting with the investor. Everybody who has anything to do with that property will need to at some point communicate with you. And you might think, well, that's a lot of work. But if you're looking to learn and you want to understand a few things about real estate, meeting these people and talking to them and having these conversations and building the relationship there is what is actually going to be very valuable. Starting off with property management, I learned so many things about real estate investing that I would have never learned anywhere else. It made money while teaching me very valuable lessons at the same time. Generally speaking, the going rate for property management is around 8% for any standard rental, and depending on where you're renting, that might vary slightly. And we're talking about residential management, not commercial or anything else. You could also do Airbnb property management, and that might also be something interesting to look into depending on where you're located. Property management is good because it's going to connect you with other real estate investors who are probably probably ahead of you on that path where you want to be going as well. If they have a real estate portfolio and you're having conversations with them, it's not a bad idea to just ask them, how did you get from point A to point B? And how many questions do you need to ask before the map is really well mapped out for you? If you're managing, let's say 20 properties at $200 each, that's an extra $4,000 a month. And trust me, if you learn how to do it properly, it's not going to take up much time. You're collecting the rent, you're remitting the rent, and you're handling any small communications. It's not like you as a property manager need to go there and fix things yourself. Anytime you go to the property and any kind of work is done, it is an extra charge. If you were a landlord and you were hiring somebody to attend your property, they're obviously not doing it for free and fixing things for free. Property management is strictly collecting rent, communicating with tenants, visiting the property if something is needed, and coordinating work. You can do that to 20 properties pretty easily, mostly on your phone if you have enough knowledge. And again, the same as for the others as it is for this, we do also offer a course on property management. So if you want to know more about how to manage rental properties, whether you're a landlord or you're somebody who wants to become property manager, you're a realtor getting into property management, whatever it might be, we can teach you a lot of the fundamental basics on how to do it, because there is a lot of nitty-gritty things that are good to know. If you want to know more about it, check out the link in the description below. As always, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and we will see you on the next one.